Hi, I'm Jen, and today we are going to do a practice of the Ashtanga Yoga standing sequence. Before we get started, let's take a couple of moments seated to bring ourselves into our body and try to eliminate as many distractions from the world around us. Find a comfortable seated position. Let your sit bones drop down into your mat and feel supported by your mat. Close your eyes if that feels safe for you. And notice the sensation of the seat on the mat, of the feet on the mat. Sit up tall. Reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Roll your shoulders up, back, spreading the collarbones, and then down your back, creating space near your ears. Take a deep inhale and exhale fully. Inhale, feel the chest lift and the rib cage expand. Exhale, feel the chest lower. Notice the space between the exhale and the inhale, and then take another inhale. Pause at the top of your breath. Again, notice the space between the inhale and the exhale, and then exhale. And one more breath. Open your eyes and come up to standing at the top edge of your mat. We're going to take a moment here and stand into Samastitihi, even standing pose. Tone the low belly, draw the waistline in. Reach your fingertips down your sides toward the floor. Spread the collarbones, lift the chest. And we begin where we always begin, Surya, namaskara, hey. Take an inhale, reach the arms up and over the head and look up at the hands. Push the palms together. Exhale, fold down. Keep the back long as you fold. Fingertips to the floor if they can reach, but if that feels too far away, you just put your hands to your shins. Inhale, gaze up, and lengthen the back here. Try to find a sense of back extension. And then exhale, put your hands down onto the floor, even if that means you bend your knees. Push the hands into the mat, step the feet back. Find yourself in a high plank position. Take a moment here in high plank, reach through the crown of the head, tone the low belly, reach through your heels. Your legs are very, very engaged. For this Surya Namaskara, drop your knees down into a half plank. So you want to be certain that you're still finding a diagonal line between the shoulders and the knees here. And then elbows close to the side and lower all the way down onto your belly. Keep the belly toned. Inhale into a cobra position. Legs are still strong. And again, you're finding a sense of back extension. Feel the chest open and the back bend. Push down into your feet. Lengthen the arms into an upward facing dog. And then still with the legs very strong, lift the hips. And press back into a downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, send the thigh bones back and the sit bones up. Gaze to your navel, and the navel pulls into your spine. Bend your knees here and push into the hands even more. Feel the back grow longer. Some of you might want to stay here with a bent knee, downward facing dog to really maximize the length in the back. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Full inhale, full exhale. 1 more breath. Nod your head, shake your head, loosen the neck, exhale fully. And then lift your head, look where you're going, and inhale as you step or walk your feet to your hands. And your back at the top of your mat. Hands to the shin. Inhale, look up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, come all the way up. The back is long. Legs are strong. Reach up, look up over your head. And exhale, arms back to your sides. We're going to do that a couple more times and keep building on it. Inhale, reach up and look up. Exhale, belly tones, forward fold. Inhale, head up, look forward, spread the collarbones. And then exhale, put the hands down onto your mat, even if that means you bend your knees, step back, and let's pause in a high plank position and use this as an opportunity to find strength in the body, to build strength in the body. Keep the legs toned, lower down to chaturanga position. And then inhale to an upward facing dog. If the transition from upward facing to the downward facing dog is a little too much for your back, put your knees down, turn your toes under, and then press back to downward facing dog. And remember, keeping your knees bent to downward facing dog can make it a lot easier to open up the shoulders and keep the back long. And then slowly, as you breathe into the space here, you can begin to press the thigh bones back. Three more breaths. 3, 2, and 1. Empty your lungs. Look where you're going. Step or walk your feet forward to your hands. Come up to your fingertips. Inhale, look forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, deepen your fold. Remember, the knees can always bend. And then inhale, belly in, strong back, strong legs. Reach all the way up over your head. And then exhale, arms to your sides. All right, let's repeat Surya Namaskara A little bit quicker this time. Inhale, arms up. 1 movement, 1 breath. Exhale, fold down, belly tones. Inhale, head up. Maybe onto your fingertips or the hands to the shins. Either way, back is long, collarbones spread. Bend the knees, hands to the mat. Step back to a high plank position. Legs stay strong, belly tones lower down in your chaturanga push-up. Remember, knees on the mat is an option. Inhale to an upward facing dog. Again, cobra is also an option. And exhale, push back, lift the hips, downward facing dog, and breathe. 1. Try hovering your heels off the mat here to help keep the back really long. This is 2, gaze to the navel. 3, 4, and 5. Finish your breath. Bend the knees, look where you're going, and then inhale, step the feet up to the hands. Look forward, lengthen the back. Exhale, fold down, and inhale. Come all the way up. Reach up, look up. Exhale, arms to your sides. Again, inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale. Fold. Inhale, head up. Find the back extension. Exhale, hands down. Step back. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back. Downward facing dog, and breathe. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Empty your lungs, look where you're going, and step your feet up to your hands. Take a big inhale here, lengthen. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up, reach through the arms. And exhale, press your hands down to your sides, return to Samasthiti. Last time. Inhale, and exhale, fold. Inhale, head up, long back. Exhale, hands down. This time try hopping back to chaturanga. Lower down. Keep the legs strong, make your transition to upward facing dog. Lift the hips, roll over your toes, downward facing dog, and you breathe. 1. Keep pushing with the hands. 2. Move your shoulder blades away from each other. 3. Tone the low belly. 4. And last breath. 5. Empty your lungs. Look forward. And we'll try hopping up this time. So you might want to walk your toes a little bit closer to your hands. Bend your knees. Drop your butt low. Look where you're going. And use your legs here so you keep pushing with your hands as you take a little spring forward. Land looking forward with your back long. Exhale, fold down over your legs. And then inhale, come all the way up. Big reach with the arms, and exhale, Samasthiti. We'll move into Surya Namaskara B now. So we take what we learned in Surya Namaskara A and we add a few extra positions. Inhale, Utkatasana, or fierce pose, chair pose. So you bend your knees, come into a little squatting position, reach the arms up. Exhale, thighs to the chest, and push the legs back. That's a gentle way to make that transition. I'll show you a different variation later. Fingertips on the floor, inhale. Lengthen, try to keep the hips over the heels. And then bend the knees, hands down. And let's try that hop back again. So push into the mat with your hands. Lift your heels up. And make a transition to plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Inhale for the upward facing dog. Chest forward, head back. Push into the hands, tone the low belly. Lift the hips up and over. Downward facing dog. From here, draw the low belly back. You're going to step into a warrior 1 or Virabhadrasana A. So you pull the low belly to try to make space as you take the right foot forward to your hands. Now that's a big step, so you might find it easier to kind of come up a little bit, grab your ankle with your hand, and then take it forward the rest of the way. From here, pivot the back heel down, keep the legs strong, and lengthen. Exhale, hands down, either side of the right foot. Spin the back heel up, tone the low belly, step the right foot back to chaturanga, and then lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, tone the low belly, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Let's try stepping forward to Virabhadrasana A on the second side. Again, you pull in the belly tightly to make space for the thigh to come up. The thigh comes toward the chest, and then just step it down wherever it goes. From here, you can pick up the heel or the ankle with the opposite hand and kind of pull it up. So you want the left foot to be near the hands. It steps forward on the mat. Once you have your foot forward, put the back heel down, drop the hips, reach the arms. Pass through Virabhadrasana A or Warrior One, and then the hands go down either side of the left foot. Spin your back heel up, pull the belly in, push into the hands so that you have as much space here as possible. Step back to a plank position, lower down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, chest forward, head back. Exhale, push back, downward facing dog, and you breathe. If down dog feels too difficult right now, you can always drop onto your knees and come into a child's pose. One more breath. Empty your lungs. Look where you're going. Bend your knees. Push into the hands. Take a little hop forward to the feet or by the hands. Look forward here. Exhale, flow back down over your legs. Bend your knees. You are back in Utkatasana. Arms up. And then exhale, straighten the legs. Samastitihi. We'll repeat that 2 more times. This time we'll go a little bit more quickly. Knees bend, inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, you can straighten the legs and fold if that feels okay for the back, or fold and then straighten the legs. Inhale, head up, long back. Exhale, hands down. Shift the weight into the arms, pop back to a plank position. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Spread the collarbones, push into the feet, and then lift the hips, downward facing dog. Pull the belly in tightly. Shift the weight forward, draw the right thigh to the chest, and then take the right foot forward to the hands. Drop the left heel down to the mat. Reach both arms up. And then exhale, lower down, hands either side of the foot, lift the back heel up, push into the hands, step the right foot back, return to a plank position. Lower down, inhale, upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot forward, tone the low belly, take the left foot to the hands, drop your back heel down, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands down, either side of the foot, Push into the hands, spin the back heel up, step back, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And you breathe here. Push into the hands, lift the sit bones up. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Lift your heels, bend your knees, drop your butt, push into the hands, and hop the feet up to the hands. Look forward when you land, and then exhale, fold back down over the legs. Bend the knees, drop the butt, Utkatasana. Arms reach. And exhale, Samasiddhi. Last time. Inhale, Utkatasana. Sweep the arms up. Drop the butt down. When you look down here, you should see the very tips of your toes. And then straighten the legs and forward fold. Inhale, head up, long back. Exhale, hands down. Hop back to plank position. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Chest forward. Push into the feet. Downward facing dog. From here, pull the low belly in, step the right foot forward, drop the back heel down, inhale, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, strong legs, hands down either side of the right foot, spin the back heel up, step back to a plank position. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Second side. Take the left foot forward, drop the back heel down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands down either side of the foot. Step back. Lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, send it back. Downward facing dog and breathe. One. Try to get as long in the back as you can. 3. Keep the legs active and strong. 4. 5. All right. Empty your lungs. Look where you're going. Bend the knees. Drop the butt low. And inhale. Bring your feet up to your hands. Lengthen. Exhale. Fold. Inhale. Knees bend. Drop the butt. Reach the arms. Utkatasana. And exhale. Samasiddhi. We'll move into the standing postures now. Padangusthasana. Hop your feet about hip distance apart. Make sure your feet are parallel. Tone the low belly. Exhale, fold down. Catch your big toes. Remember, you can always bend your knees here. Inhale, head up to prepare. And then exhale, fold down. And then as you are here, for the next 5 breaths, you can gradually start to straighten your legs. 1. 2. Try to keep the hips over the heels, so that might make you feel a little bit imbalanced, but that's just fine. 4. and 5. Inhale, head up, look forward. Exhale, pause. Padhastasana. So we'll move into a second forward bend here. Lift up your feet. Place the palm of your hand underneath the sole of your foot so that your toes line up with your wrists. And then inhale, prepare, and exhale, fold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up only. Exhale, pause. And then inhale, stand up. And exhale, step your feet together, Samasthiti. Trikonasana or triangle posture. From Samasthiti, step out to face the long edge of your mat. So you are going to do the right side first. You step to the right and turn your right foot to face the back edge of your mat. Open your arms to a T here to prepare and really reach through the bottom finger of the right hand. So reach through your pinky. Let your left hips move a little bit to the left and then reach over the right leg. Spread your toes. So you could put your right hand on your right shin, keep the right knee soft. You could put your right hand on a block if that feels better for you. Blocks are really nice in this posture. Or you can maybe reach all the way down, grab your big toe, and look up. You have options. This is a really nice one if you're feeling a little tight today. Lengthen both sides of the rib cage, and let's call this 3, 4, 5. Strong legs. Inhale up, move the feet. Second side. Reach through the left hand. And then place the left hand down on the shin, or the ankle, or a block, or the floor. And the right arm reaches. And if it's available, you look up at your right hand. Try to see the right thumb with both eyes. Full version of the pose would be to catch your big toe here and breathe. Pull through the sternum. This is 3, 4, 5. Strong legs, right hand pulls you up. We're going to take Trikonasana now and spin it for Parsvottanasana, Trikonasana, or revolved triangle pose. Pivot, face the back edge of your mat. Square your hips to the back edge of your mat. Square your chest to the back edge of your mat. Tone the low belly. Left hand down, right arm up. Your left hand can go inside the foot. It's traditionally outside of the foot if available to you, or on a block is a really great place to have it now. Try to rotate the rib cage up. Look up at the right hand. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong legs. Inhale, come on up, windmill the arms. Turn pivot for the second side. Again, hips are square, rib cage is square. Look down at your feet. They should not be crossing. So the left foot on the left side of the mat, right foot on the right side of the mat. Pull the right arm up and reach forward as you draw your belly back. Right hand can go either inside of the left foot or to the outside of the foot or on a block. And then twist from the waist. 1. Look up. Keep the back as long as possible. 2, I'm going to move on to my fingertips to help me get a better twist. 3, 4, 5. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. Face the long edge of your mat, windmill the arms, and then exhale, step to Samastitihi. So you always come back to Samastitihi in between your standing postures. Parsvottanasana. Take a big step to the right and lunge with the right leg. From here, you can put the right forearm on the thigh and reach the left arm up and over your ear, or move the right hand down to either a block or to the mat and keep reaching the left arm over the ear. Push into the outside edge of the back foot. Keep the right knee bent over the right ankle. Let's call this 2, 3, 4, 5. Strong legs. Inhale. Turn, pivot, second side. Forearm to the thigh, arm over the ear, or hand to the mat or block. Arm keeps reaching over the ear. 2. Push to the outside edge of the back foot and keep reaching. 3. Gaze up to the hand. 4, 5. Strong legs. Inhale, come up. And now, Parsvottanasana, or the revolve variation. Spin the back heel up and then twist over the right thigh. So you can just come into a prayer twist for this version, or if it's available to you, the armpit to the knee, the hand to the mat, and the arm over the ear. Keep pulling the right hip back here. Keep lunging forward with the left knee or the right knee. And if it feels appropriate for you, you can drop the back heel down. One more breath here. Strong legs, inhale up. And then exhale, second side. Turn the feet. Lift the back heel and lunge. Come into a prayer twist if that's available to you. And then if this feels easy enough for you, you can try to drop the right hand down to the mat or to a block and the left arm over the ear. And then the last step would be to plant the back heel down. But remember, you always have options. Keep pulling the left hip back and lunging forward with the left knee. Let's call this 3, 4, and 5. Strong legs. Inhale up. Exhale. Samastitihi, top edge of the mat. Parsvottanasana. Take a wide stance facing the long edge of your mat and catch your waist. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, fold hands down. So the hands are about underneath your shoulders right now. The legs are about one leg distance apart. Feet parallel. Inhale, head up. Exhale, fold down. Crown of the head reaches to the mat. Elbows energize toward each other to help keep the shoulder blades moving away from each other. 3, lift the arches. 4, and 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, pause. Inhale, open the arms long, lift the chest. Exhale, catch the waist. Take an inhale to prepare, and then exhale, fold down, Prasarita, B position. Keep squeezing your waist, crown of the head down. 1. If your head doesn't reach the floor, don't worry. You can let it hang here, or you can bring a block to meet your head. Hips stay over the heels. This is 3, 4, and 5 strong legs. Inhale, come on up. Seat position. Open the arms to a T. Hold the fingertips in opposite directions. Exhale, interlace the hands behind your back. Take a big inhale here. Reach the arms behind you. If you can't interlace your fingers, grab a strap and pull back, holding the strap or a towel. And then exhale, fold down, and let the head drop to the floor or to a block, or it can just hang, and let the arms reach over your head and the hands keep reaching in the direction of the floor. This is going to be 1. Spread your toes, tone your legs. 2, 3, 4, and 5 strong legs. Inhale, come on up, and exhale. Catch your waist, Prasarita D. Inhale, prepare, and then exhale, fold. This time, catch your big toes with your middle and your index fingers. Inhale, lengthen the back, look forward, and then exhale, use your arms and pull yourself down. So you're kind of pulling the crown of your head toward the floor. Your arms are active here, elbows tucked back in the direction of the knees. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, head up, look forward. Exhale, pause. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, Samasthiti, top edge of the mat. Parsvottanasana. So you've got a couple of options here. First option, grab opposite elbows behind your back. Second option is to make a reverse prayer position. But this reverse prayer position can be a lot on the wrists and the shoulders. So choose one that works for you, and then you step the right foot back, turn pivot, face the back edge of your mat. Once you're facing the back edge of your mat, take a second to square the chest, square the hips, tone the low belly, and then exhale and fold over the right leg. And keep the right hip moving back, and it's a little twist over the right leg. So think of the left kidney moving to the right thigh bone. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale up. Turn pivot, second side. Again, take a moment to square the hips and square the chest, tone the belly, and exhale. Fold over the left leg. 1, 2, spread your toes. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, Samasthiti, top edge of your mat. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana is a one-legged standing posture. If balance isn't your thing, just back it up to a wall and use the wall to help you keep your balance. Tone the belly, find the midline, left hand to the left waist. Option 1 is to move into a tree pose. So tree pose could be here or here. There you go. Just avoid putting your foot on your knee. So this is a great tree pose. Or Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana is actually catching the big toe and extending the leg. Again, use the wall if you need to, use a strap if you need to, or keep your knee bent and hold on to the knee like this. So this is one option, or if you're going for the full variation, it will look like this. Find the midline and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open the leg to the right. Gaze to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back to the middle. And then float your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lower the leg down. Second side. Remember, your options are tree, catching the knee, or catching the big toe. So choose your option and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open to the left. Gaze to the right if it's available to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Back to the middle. Find your balance, catch it, and then let the leg float. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Samasthiti. Ardha Baddha Padma Padottanasana. This is a half-bound lotus. Lotus can be a lot for the knee, so if it's not appropriate for you, you can return to a tree pose, or some people like to do the camper pose here, which can even look like this. That's one option. Second option, come into a half lotus position. If you're in half lotus here, you want to try to let the left knee lower down. And you can stay right here, standing, keeping the belly pulled in tightly, like this for the next 5 breaths. Or if it's available to you, you catch your bind and you fold over the left leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, release. Let's try the second side. Remember, options include tree pose, camper's pose, a standing half lotus, or if it's available to you, the full variation of the pose would be to bind in the standing half lotus and then carefully fold over the standing leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, pause. Inhale, come up. And then exhale. Samasthiti. Back to the top edge of your mat for a Surya namaskara. Inhale, arms up just like we did at the beginning of class. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, head up, back is long. Hands down, hop back, lower down. Inhale for your upward facing dog, and exhale, press it back, downward facing dog. You don't hold this down dog, instead you're going to bend, hop forward, land in Utkatasana. 5 breaths here. Drop the seat low, knees are bending so that you can barely see your toes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep the legs strong. Hands to the floor so your knees are still bent. Push into the hands. Keep the knees bent so the thighs and the chest are touching. Hop back. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale for upward facing dog. Exhale, press the hips back. Downward facing dog. Right foot steps up. Back heel pivots. Virabhadrasana A. Lunge the right knee over the right ankle. Arms reach up. Pull the left ribcage forward. And breathe. Strong back leg. 2, 3, 4, 5. Straighten the front leg. Turn. Pivot. Virabhadrasana A, second side. Left knee bends. Keep reaching the arms. Pull the right ribcage forward. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Open the arms, Virabhadrasana B or Warrior 2. Left knee lunges, try to keep it over the left ankle. Push into the outside edge of your back foot. This time the chest is facing the long edge of the mat, the back side of that. And the gaze is over the left middle finger. Keep pulling here. Pull the fingers in opposite directions. Keep the legs super strong. Just one more breath. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Keep the arms, turn, pivot, second side. Gaze over the right middle finger. Drop the hips low. Tone the belly. Lift up through the crown of the head. This is 3, 4. Flex the shoulders away from the ears. 5. Hands down, either side of the right foot. Spin the back heel up. Step back to a plank position. Lower down to chaturanga. Inhale for your upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. Push the thigh bones back. Look where you're going. Step the right foot forward. Step the left foot forward. And then come to a seated position. That's the end of the standing sequence of Ashtanga. Let's come to a seated position here. Grab opposite elbows behind your back. You could sit in lotus if lotus is available to you. You could sit on a bolster if that's more comfortable. Find a seated position that you can stay in for 10 breaths. And then fold down. And maybe rest your head on a block here or on a pillow, or maybe all the way down to the mat. 10 breaths. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Lift your head, sit up tall, release the elbows behind your back. Put your hands on your knees, palms are facing up, bring your index finger and your thumb together. Sit up tall here, close your eyes, drop back down into your seat, and keep your back as long as possible. You want to create a long and clear channel for your prana and your energy to to travel through. And then 10 breaths here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And we finish the Ashtanga practice with a posture called Utpatti. This one usually is actually a little bit easier if your legs are in lotus, but of course don't go into lotus if that hurts your knees. I'm not going to do lotus today. Another option is to put your hands on blocks here. That makes it a little bit more accessible, but what you're going to do is tone your belly, put your hands down on the mat, and then push down and lift anything up off the mat that comes off the mat. And it might be absolutely nothing, and that's okay. You just keep pushing, and someday it will come up. And breathe. 1, 2, look to your nose. 3, keep pushing. 4, 5, 6, 7, breathe. 8, 9, and 10, and lower down. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Lie down and take Shavasana.